Hello and welcome to Group 5's presentation of Project C Part 4. This is Jennifer Johnson and Monica Sagos, and we have decided to do our design revision and presentation on the task analysis and redesign for the vacuum cleaner. For this project, we will be analyzing and experimenting with different options for redesigning the act of vacuum cleaning, a task which we believe everybody has a need for. Because of the fact that everyone has a need for a vacuum, we decided to do our task analysis on vacuuming as a whole because it's a very arduous household chore as well as being very costly. Vacuums can be very expensive machines to purchase, and vacuuming is typically the chore that people dislike doing most. As you can see from this redisplay of Monica's task analysis, takes her 32 steps to complete vacuuming, and this is only vacuuming one room in her home. Our goal with this redesign is to make sure that the vacuum cleaning experience takes at least half the steps that this current experience takes. For comparison's sake, we wanted to show you quickly the AEIOU of this task analysis, showing you the pain points and possible areas for improvement. Quickly draw attention to some of our main pain points this slide shows you. We have the pain point of changing the nozzle, because as you can see from Monica's task analysis, she had to change the nozzle and or head of the vacuum cleaner many times to adjust for the different rooms and surfaces she was cleaning. Plugging and unplugging for power is also a big pain point, as depending upon the room you're in, you may need to unplug and replug in your vacuum cleaner because your cord does not extend to the length that you require. The main pain points that we are concerned with is the fact that there are too many different parts and accessories required to complete vacuuming your home. To plug and unplug your vacuum cleaner, as well as change the nozzles and wands for ultimate performance, is definitely annoying and most definitely time-consuming. To begin our research process, we decided to look at different products that currently vacuum homes on the market. The first product that you see is the iRobot Roomba vacuum. This is most commonly known as the vacuum that's obviously in its name, the robot. It vacuums your home without anything that is required of the user. Here you can see that the things we consider is the fact that this robot you frequently need to use in order to keep the batteries charged. You must check the filter after each cycle, and you have to decrease the amount of clutter in your home to minimize the cleaning time of the Roomba. Additionally, you are required to empty the bin frequently. These are some pain points that we considered when looking at the Roomba as a possibility for our design inspiration. The price of this is quite up there at $699.99. However, the warranty is 1 year manufacturer's limited warranty and 6 months on the battery. This isn't exactly a very long warranty when you see the differences that we will show you of other products and their warranties. The next product that we'll show you is the Dyson DC50. This is also a very popular vacuum cleaner. However, check out the price, $599.99. But I do want to show you that the warranty here is 5 year for parts, and labor warranty is also included. That does not necessarily mean that if your Dyson breaks, you'll receive a new one, but it does mean that Dyson will take the time to look into what part broke and they will fix that instead. The pain points here that we came up with is the fact that there are many moving parts on this base, which means more opportunity for something to be faulty or to break. You do have the warranty, but you don't want things breaking often. Additionally, the ball of this vacuum is quite large, and it might present issues when maneuvering around certain furniture items. The next option we wanted you to consider is called the Beam Electrolux. This is $899 with a 7-year warranty on the motor and electrical components. This is something that most houses don't have, and it's not typically an option that is considered. This is a central vacuum system. Much like Central Air, it's a vacuuming system that has multiple ports throughout your house that you simply plug into, depending upon what room you're in, to vacuum that room. The only thing you're bringing with you is the tube and the vacuum head. Again, this seems like a lot of accessories. The one thing that this does have going for it is that the sound is muffled, so you could vacuum your home without anybody ever knowing. It does say that it's quieter than most household noises that you are used to hearing every day. The thing to consider with this option is that, again, you're back into a situation where you have multiple accessories necessary to complete the vacuuming task. This was a pain point that we discovered in the beginning with our task analysis, and we're trying to avoid. The final option that we decided to analyze before we went into our designing process was the Merry Maids option. Most of you know this as a household crew that comes to your home on occasion, depending on the schedule that you set, and will clean your home for you. One of the other things you have to consider when weighing this option as a way to clean your home is the fact that you can't customize to have the Merry Maids solely vacuum your house. So for example, you're paying, if a Merry Maid is going to come to your home every 2 weeks, you're paying $100 every 2 weeks and $200 for a 4-week period. While it was an option that we did consider, you can see from our potential pain points that the Merry Maid service really doesn't have any influence on our redesign. Another step we took in researching our redesign was interviewing different participants with varying experience in home cleaning. You can see our 4 interviewees here. You have the newlyweds, the empty nester, a set of new parents, and a college senior. Here you can see the different interview questions that we asked our participants. For example, how often do you vacuum your home? What is the most aggravating part of this household chore? What do you like about your current vacuum? What is your biggest problem with your vacuum? When vacuuming your home, do you take any preparative steps? If I could alter your vacuum in any way, what would you have me do? Have you ever considered central vacuum systems? What price range is appropriate to spend on a vacuum? Lastly, we asked for additional comments. The conclusions we drew from our interview was that there are too many attachments on a typical vacuum cleaner, as well as the fact that the cord is not long enough. For our initial redesign possibilities, you can see that we focused our energies on a sensor with the technology that would allow the vacuum to detect on its own what type of surface it was about to operate on. The second image below represents our digital interface. The digital interface is something that we decided would be more useful for a vacuumer, someone who's looking to clean their home, than the typical buttons. This would give the user more option of how intense the vacuum would be suctioning the floor that it's on, as well as an auto and manual setting. Auto would mean that the sensor would be intact and it would allow you, the user, to merely vacuum your floors, letting the sensor let you know what type of floor is on. This would eliminate the need for any additional heads or nozzles to change during the vacuuming process. As you can see from Monica's sketches, we additionally thought that it would be useful to have a docking station to eliminate the need for any power cords. The docking station drawn allows the vacuum to sit being plugged in from the docking station, not the vacuum. The vacuum cleaner is not plugged in to anything. It rests in the docking station and charges by way of the unit, the charging docking station, being plugged into the wall. We decided to take into consideration the feedback we received from our classmates, you guys. We decided that instead of adjusting a vacuum cleaner with a nozzle and a head and adding the sensor and the docking station, we decided to automate the whole process by taking the technology of the iRobot Roomba vacuum cleaner and adding our 2 main ideas, the automatic sensor technology as well as a charging dock. In addition, we added a digital remote so that the user does have some sense of control as well as an option to control settings rather than just focus on the automatic. Here you can see our final redesigns, the iVacuum on the left with the sensors to detect flooring, the remote in the center with the capability to increase power from the remote, as well as a timer setting, and the charging station on the right with grooves to align the iVacuum into the docking station 100% clear, as well as a blinking light to show unit is being charged. We feel as though an automatic vacuum cleaner without a cord and the ability by way of a digital interface remote to adjust the vacuum cleaner was the best route to go for this redesign. We feel as though the cords and the nozzles were the main problem and the main pain points that most of our interviewees found with their vacuum cleaners. Lastly, we've included a workflow chart to tell you which room by room direction you should vacuum your house. The iVacuum will do all of the work, you just have to place the vacuum in the specific room that you want it to clean. We appreciate you taking the time to watch our video and see our redesign, and we hope that you like it.